Okay. Alright guys, we're live. We're doing Ancient Dragon time. It's a Tachikaze Ancient Dragon time. I wish there was like a thing for Kai here, but we're gonna be doing Murakumo and Tachikaze on rank. Let's go, let's get this started. Finally have the deck done. This is the deck that we're running. For those wondering, this is the build. 4 Break Ride, 4 Dark Rex. Oh, and you know, we're just gonna go. Not sure what happened there. I did like started again. Oh, and you know. Okay. This is an unexpected stream. Yeah, I finished Tachikaze today. I finished the Ancient Dragon deck, so I figured I might as well just play it for a little bit and see how it goes. So I pulled two Spino Diver just now. Let's see, do I want to try to push? Probably not. I could try though, but Ancient Dragons is really cool if you're able to do the full combo, like the Break Ride into Tyranno Legend, and then potentially use Dark Rex. So you kind of want a booster behind the Vanguard in the second half of the match. Like ideally, well, when a unit is retired during a turn here. It says when a unit is retired. Retire 3 rearguards to get plus 10,000 plus 1 critical. Addition, draw a card and call an Ancient Dragon Baby Rex. That's awesome. Why is she using so many crit triggers? Oh, okay. I guess it's kind of standard to run. They need to make more when retired. For what? Ancient Dragons? Alright, here we go. Tyranno Legend. Here we go. Here comes the big boy. It's big boy. Alright, I need to call some stuff. He can retire 3 to get 10,000 to critical. So I want to probably retire this thing. Put this over here. I'll put that over there. It's like rebuild the column. And then get this guy for Dark Rex. Hey Maelstrom. I'm doing good. We're coming back. We're pushing them back, but this column over here won't be able to hit. But I brought it back. She tried to rush me down with those drone light crits, and I'm like, yeah, no. There's only the 7k that does something when retired. They do get a grade 2. They get a grade 2 during Legion arc that has the exact same effect for Ancient Dragons. And the starter is good. I mean, it calls a Tyranno, it creates a Tyranno Legend. And then the Tyranno Legend creates a Ancient Dragon Baby Rex. The Ancient Dragons have the ability to pressure with the critical trigger. Okay. Oh, this is good. Now she's going to prevent herself from healing if she attacks with what's her name. Yes, now she can't heal, and that's so good because Ganslot is so annoying. Yeah, -1 intercept. It's easy to run that over too. I need a grade 2. Oh, well, I can use that. So that's okay. This is pretty cool how it sets it up like this. Yeah, oh wait, so I need that to be able to hit. Wow, okay, she had a lot of PGs. Alright, now I will need to heal. I can block 2, but I'll need a 6 damage heal. Yeah, the deck is complete. It's complete Ancient Dragons. Oh, I'm gonna need 2 heals in a row. Yeah, I'm gonna need two heals in a row to get through this. I got 3 of them. Alright, I'm gonna, well, I do need to play rank more than tournament, but I need to do my tournament matches, so I'm probably gonna run Ancient Dragons in tournament here. Yeah, I'm gonna need 2 heals. I like how it creates so many of that Tyranno Legends. There's like so many. It shows like 11 draws. Come on, 2 heals, 2 heals. Can we do it? Defensive decks are Kagero, Link Joker, that's defensive. I mean, Grand Blue is kind of defensive if you're thinking of it from Night Mist. But that's more of an offensive thing. Defensive is Kagero. Narukami is kind of defensive, but not really. It's a weird, like, it has offensive retire, whereas Kagero is defensive retire. And Link Joker and Mega Colony, those are like extremely defensive decks. We're going to tournament with Ancient Dragons. No practice, nothing. Like, I played that one game and that's it. I guess, you know, they did try to make Garmore more of a defensive. He has like a defensive ability, or like a defensive thing where he like prevents the Liberators from getting retired. And also, your units cannot lose intercept, so that's another kind of defensive thing. I sent Dark Rex away just to draw another one. Aichi skin with Jewel Knights? I don't know. Every time I see the Aichi skin, I assume it's a VP farmer. I already have 2 of my heals. See, the thing about Vanguard Zero is Vanguard Zero has inherent balance issues that can't really be addressed. Like, they never really address the problem. Like, being able to assign a grade 3 that can go back in the deck as a heal trigger, like Ganslot and Jelly Beans, I think that is kind of an unfair ability. Kind of an oversight from the development point of view. Because, like, see this, I can't send these back if I draw into them, and neither can anyone else who has natural grade 3s that don't have the ability to go back in the deck. So that's why I feel like Jewel Knights is the top tier #1 deck right now, mainly because of the ability to send Ganslot back. I mean, there's people who played pure Jewel Knights, but I don't think pure Jewel Knights is actually better. I think Blaster Blade and Ganslot with Jewel Knights is actually the better deck. I gotta think. So if I ride up to grade, see, oh my gosh, see, it's already like 3 heals gone, but that's okay because I can set up for the restand, or the re-ride. So we can do, trying to think what I can do here. I guess ride this. I can use the Raptor to absorb this to gain power. So he would be 14. He'd be 14 plus 5, that's 19. If needed, then I can just call this back up. Hold on, don't activate that. Oh, I can't call it down. Alright, let me try. I'm gonna try something here. Jewel Knights is top tier. Jewel Knights is the best deck in the game right now. This guy's playing like Pandragon. He's playing like Sanctuary Guard with Jewel Knights. It's like I was saying before, like number 1 is Jewel Knights, and then like right below them or right after them would be a bunch of different decks. Like the N and Dauntless and Eradicators, those guys are like right after them. Because you think about it, the Gansot Blast Blade combo is still one of the most annoying and most powerful things in the game. And also this, like, Superior Calling grade 1s. Grade 1s are always the thing that people don't have enough of. With restanding Vanguard and heal triggers, though, is a bit... I don't think so. I've played both decks, and I find Jewel Knights are way easier to win with on your average matchup. The thing with Dote is it needs so many pieces. The other thing, too, is Jewel Knights can, like, deny you heals because they can self-damage themselves to go to limit break. They can, like, go... If they miss their break ride, they just go Salome and bring out self-damagers to put her at 4 so she has limit break with her crit so early, and then you'll whiff heal when she's attacking you. I mean, there's so many things that Jewel Knights can do that's just over the top. Kogero can't really do that, and Eradicators can't do that either. Okay, so if I don't draw the break right here, we have to go Tyranno Legend again. Ooh, okay, just in time. Alright, I don't have limit break, so but I can. I don't have any interceptors either, so I'll have to use one of these, or I can retire the little guy. This guy to call Tyranno Legend, so I can do that. Well, actually, yeah. So this, that, well, yeah, I don't think I need to do that though. I won't need to do that this turn because Tyranno Legend can be retired by Blaster Blade. See, I don't know what's the deal here. Like, no two. I mean, my opponent has checked 2 more draws. I bet there's like 2 draw triggers in the hand, though, in my opponent's hand. Wait, what? Did they retire their... Wait, why did he retire his grade 1? What was the point of that? I'm gonna need some kind of defensive trigger here. Okay, good thing he attacked with the stronger column. I mean, he can't heal, so I don't know why he didn't attack with the weaker column. I think that's kind of a, I don't know, but, well, we'll see. I really need a trigger here, though. Ooh, man. Wow, that's just unlucky right there. Didn't really have anything I could do about it. No grade 2s. I had like one grade 2 the whole time, the whole game. No PGs. Alright, well that was the tournament. That's the reason why I never mulligan PGs. Like, I've seen a lot of people do it. I never do it. There's no reason to mulligan the only card that you can block for you. Like, it's pointless. Alright, well, whatever. That didn't affect my rank, so I don't really care, because that was only tournament. These are the matches that actually matter to me, because I can actually earn gems off of this. And I still need to get to Legend 10 to get that card. Okay, finally something that's not Royal Paladin. Okay, this is a good hand. I like this type of starting hand. I start with a PG, I start with my Break Ride, and I have a grade 1 and a 2 to ride up. And I have an extra grade 2. This is like the ideal type of opening hand. Oh, I finally finished my Liberator deck today. I crafted my 4th and final Gancelot. That's what I want to see. I want to see them lose a PG. Makes it easier for me. So I was going with 10k vanilla. That's kind of annoying, but it's not a big deal. Ooh, I lost a PG. Alright, we can do this. I'm trying to think, like, oh, you know what I can do? I can do this. This is the reason why you run Dark Rex. Yeah. Alright, it would have worked, but I guaranteed it. That's optimal play, because you guarantee the hit. Because there was no guarantee that I would have checked that trigger. And there's one Diamantes gone, that's good. Why don't people play Maelstrom? Because they just want to use the Break Ride. Wait, what? Oh, okay, because this thing straight up gains 3,000. Good, he whiffed. He whiffed and he's out 2 heals. Alright, here we go. Spino Driver. The strong one. Alright, we gotta run over this guy. Let's go ahead and put this here. I think I'll use one of these. This guy's checked 2 triggers so far. He's wrote. Oh man. Okay, that's 3 heals. All right. I guess I could have done the attack order differently. I could have put this behind my Vanguards because that would have been 21. I should have probably swung with this first. But that's okay because I might need to put this on the left side. That's why I didn't want to put it over behind the Vanguard. So she's out 3 Diamantes. Okay. Probably gonna check a draw trigger here. Oh, that's the second PG. Alright, so that's 2 PGs. Oh, now I've lost 2, so I only have the 2 in my hand. Or the 1 in my hand. Oh man, that's not good. Alright, here we go. Alright, I want, what's his name? Put this here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to retire my... Ooh. How do I want to do this? I guess, this? Put this here. No, this will be a retire target. I kind of need this. I'm gonna need to retire something else. To get this and crit. In addition, draw a card called Ancient Dragon Baby Rex. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna give him I'm not gonna go with Dark Rex because I don't want him to have Limit Break yet. Okay, good. She pulled the draw trigger out of the deck. We haven't really seen a lot of draws from the opponent, though. I only got 2 draws and 3 heals left. Okay, good. So she'll only have 1. So this will put me at 5. Then I'll PG his last attack. Unless I check a heal here. But I think I'm going to take a 2. Okay, I took a draw. That's good. But that doesn't matter because transfer is still 21. Okay. Here we go. This will run over that. This will attack the Vanguard. Yeah, this will... I got nothing left, so I have to do that, and then this will retire. These three, and then get power. Alright. Oh, I drew my heal. Okay. Man, this happened to me last stream. People 6 damage healing on me. It's so lame. It's so annoying. This guy literally checked all 4 of his Diamantes. Remember, he checked Diamantes when I attacked him the first time. Then he checked Diamantes. He checked Diamantes every single time he got attacked. Like, or not every time, but one there. Wow. Such... Man, that's ridiculous. That's some insane luck sack right there. That's ridiculous. This is the second time. This is the second time this happened to me on stream where I played yesterday's stream. Remember, some Jewel Knight's scrub like double 6 damage healed on me when I was playing Spectral Duke, and then now this happens. Oh well, whatever. It is what it is. It's interesting to see it happen live like that. It shows people 6 damage heal is a thing. Like, I literally did nothing wrong. I play optimally, and it's like, that happens. I was trying to think, like, what was something else I could do with that Raptor grade 2 that can retire rearguard to gain 5k power, but it wasn't really necessary. I can't believe that guy, though. Like, he literally checked... He literally... We saw all 4 of his Maelstroms that get... I mean, not Maelstrom. All 4 of his Diamantes heal triggers. Literally all 4 of them. The first one, he whiffed. The second one, he healed. The third one, he also whiffed because he attacked me in a dumb order. So he whiffed his 3rd Diamantes. Then he 6 damage heals with his 4th Diamantes. I was so sure that he had the 4th Diamantes in his hand to call down and use to do the attack. And it's like, nope, it was in the deck. That's priceless. Stuff like that. I guess I should have called the grade 1 behind the Vanguard. Yeah, I should have called the grade 1. Oh well. Oh well. That's just how it is. Alright, well, I wanted to play Ancient Dragons. I needed to devote some time this month to play Ancient Dragons because next month it's going to be swamped with Revengers and Link Joker. So, had to get playtime with these guys in. Alright, so I want to form. Well, she got VP. So go ahead and put this here. Alright, there's my break ride target. Alright, I think I could do something here. I can put this 7 plus 5, so that can be like 12 plus 7. So that's 19. I can give it 3 more. Don't need to give it 12 more now. And then this thing is when it attacks, it gets... Okay, that's good. That's like one of the best. That's the best break ride attack skill. Alright, we gotta put an end to this. People 6 damage healing on me. Alright, finally a win. Alright, clan level 5, here we come. I feel like Ancient Dragons has a lot of power, but I think like their combos are not as fancy as Grand Blue. Grand Blue can do some hilarious things. So anybody in the chat, are you guys like Grand Blue fans or anything? So we got 4 viewers in chat right now. May Too Cute, Maelstrom, or Maelstorm, not Maelstrom. It's like Maelstrom is the spelling on the card. Kind of want my break ride. Okay, so this is what is this? Dauntless, or is this Seal Dragon's hybrid? This is when this is retired during your turn. Oh. Everybody running Seal Dragon Currency, because it's hard to tell. It's too early to tell if it's the hybrid or if it's the Seal Dragons or if it's like they're just not running Terry Cloth for whatever reasons, or they run Conroe. We'll put him over here. No grade 3 in hand. That's interesting. Still no grade 3 in hand. That's okay. Alright, 1 PG gone. Here comes streaking. Here comes streaking. This is the moment of truth. Oh, it's Bellicosity. Okay, so he's not running. It's probably Dauntless in the end. Ghosty and Night Mist? Yeah, I can't wait to play Grand Blue. But I've been getting horrible luck on these clan events, though. Like, it's taking me like 4,000, 5,000 gems to build the deck. For Seal Dragons, I need to craft 1 more Weathercloth to beat someone with Grand Blue. You were using old, like, the typical Grand Blue, the current... Wow, okay. Alright, here we go. Bring this guy out. Now, funny thing with this is I can... put this here, and I can make this guy hit if needed. In fact, I could do some shenanigans with this. Like, I could swing... swing up to 19. I could try to like rush this guy hard. Let's see if this actually works though. If I get a heal, I don't have a 3, so it's like we kind of have to do this. Okay, so that shut this attack down, but I can still hit with this attack. Yeah, he runs Corduroy? Like, really? Okay. It is a really defensive deck. Kagero is a very defensive deck. It goes into regular Overlord. Okay. Regular Overlord. I don't have any grade 3 in my hand, so this could end up really bad for me. If he chooses to kill my 10k grade 1, then things could get really dicey. I suspected he had Corduroy. Corduroy's not going to do anything because he doesn't have a Seal Dragon Vanguard, though. Unless he rides into Inferno or Blockade. Which he may possibly have in the deck. Like, okay, he had Weathercloth as a break ride. This is such a random, janky deck. That's 2 Overlords gone. That's good. And there's Inferno. Okay, so this is like Seal Dragons with or Overlord. Overlord's the heal. This is a draw. Weathercloth is a draw. He's gonna push me at 3. Good, because that means my 10k lives. And I still don't have a 3, man. I gotta top deck a 3 here. Okay, come on. Draw grade 3, draw grade 3. I'll take any of them. Even Dark Rex at this point. Oh, it had to be Dark Rex. I could skip the ride and just like send him away. Yeah, I'm gonna send him. I'm gonna skip. I'm going to, I might regret doing this, but we're going to give him power so he can hit the Vanguard. So he's out of there, and then I need an interceptor. Yeah, I need an interceptor. Now, the thing is, I'm making him think that I run like a weird trigger lineup by doing that. I'm doing that to set up for the skill. I really need to draw into a grade 3, though. I really don't want to be sitting on Dark Rex. Sitting on a 10k Vanguard is not going to help. Like, it gives me 20 drive, but it's not going to be able to hit him. I mean, I run 9 draws, so I can just swing into his 9k interceptors with him. So I guess maybe I should have done that, but we'll see. It's nice to have Dark Rex in here, though, for later. Alright, this guy's the opposite of me. He has, like, 3s in his hand. I'm sure of it. He's out 6 triggers. I'm only out 2. Okay. Come on, give me that Tyranno Legend. Oh, double heals. I got 1 heal left. I need that Tyranno Legend, though. Wow. It's this type of game. It's this type of matchup. Just how it is. Please. Okay, thank you. Although this is the break ride, not Tyranno Legend. If I draw into Tyranno Legend, we're going into Tyranno Legend. Although I have Rex and I have a grade 1 that I can call down behind my Vanguard, so it's okay. We're good. We got it with the oh boy, oh no. Well, he can only retire grade 2s. I only got 1 of them, so it's not a big deal. I have a PG. I'm at 3 damage. I don't think we're going anywhere anytime soon. Unless he's got like regular Overlord. Which would be his last heal. So if he has that, then things could get really bad here. But I think we're still okay. This thing swings. This will be 20. Oh boy. Yeah, we're not out yet. So I'm gonna have to use Dark Rex to come back. I think we're gonna hit a draw trigger. Yeah, there we go. Good. I needed that too. Can we get Tyranno Legend? Ooh, this guy. This guy might help. Retire an Ancient Dragon to have 2 of your things. Nah, he doesn't really do anything, so we're just gonna go this. If I can heal back to 4, then that would be good. Alright, so what do I want to do? I'll retire this thing. I'll retire this column. I need this for Dark Rex. I need this to boost into the Vanguard. So, I guess we're doing this. Here we go. Now, I'm going to need a trigger. I need 1 trigger. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, why? Alright. 1, 2, 3. Break ride, here we go, boys. Retire 2 rear guards, draw 2 cards equal to the number of cards retired. Here we go. Let's show them how it's done. Come on, give me a trigger. Why does it... Ooh, I misplayed, guys. I should have swung boosted with my Vanguard into him. That would have taken another PG out. That's called inexperience with this deck. I misplayed horribly. I should have boosted my Break Ride card, because Dark Rex, that was a superior Break Ride. I didn't even realize that was going to even happen. Oh, man. Alright, I lost. I have no heals left. And only 1 PG in hand the whole match. So Baby Rex can call that thing when it... Okay. Oh, this is pretty rough. But I need practice with this deck. I don't really know how to use it that well. You guys saw what I did wrong. Usually if I lose the match, like legit lose, not lose some idiot 6 damage healing. But if I lose like this, it's because I did not do... I mean, he may have had another PG. We'll never know. But I think I lost because I should have boosted my Break Ride. That would have been 21k to his 16k. That would force another PG out. Then Dark Rex would have triggered, did the Break Ride, and then forced another PG out, and then I mean, that would have been it for me, because the other 11k would not have had any power. But the thing is, I could have done something different. So, but that's interesting, though. This time, we are not going to send that back, because we do not want to be grade locked like we were last game. I was grade locked horribly for like 2 turns there. Somebody's playing Spectral Duke. This match is going to be poggers just because it's Spectral Duke against Ancient Dragons. I don't think I've ever seen Spectral Duke versus Ancient Dragons ever. Like, it's never happened before. In the entire history of me playing Cardfight Vanguard, I've never seen this matchup. This is one for the record books. This is gonna be the highlight match. That's probably gonna go into the deck profile video of Ancient Dragons. I don't think he should be running that card. Personally, that card in the deck is not needed. Witch of Nostrum should not be in there. So, I'm just saying. And it should not be behind the Vanguard either. But, okay. It is what it is. This deck is pure Ancient Dragons. Okay, Badab Kar as the heal should not be the heal, and should definitely not be at 4 in Spectral Duke. That is a one-way ticket to deck yourself out with that deck. So I've already seen like 2 things that don't look right to me with this with that deck. Can't wait to see the trigger lineup though. if that's 9 draw in Duke with 4 Badab Kar heals, oh boy. I want him to superior call Badab Kar. There we go. Pull out another trigger. That's what I want to see. This is the reason why you don't run Badab Kar at 4 copies in Spectral Duke. You run him at 1, and you run him as your 1 draw trigger. And there we go. That's it. Oh boy. I guess that one's probably not going to be in the deck profile video. Maybe it will. Just, well, no, it's just gonna be me pointing out how that deck was built wrong. 10k give dark reds. Well, I mean, yeah, it's like the guys that are gonna have to block it or he'll die.
Stand up, my Vanguard. Stand and throw.
With Ancient Dragons, the optimal build is 9 draw and 4 heal. Because you can retire, you can superior call your retired units. I feel like Ancient Dragons doesn't need countercharger. Yeah, they don't. I'm only running 1, and he's not even an Ancient Dragon. So my lineup is 1 Mammoth, and he's the only non-Ancient Dragon besides Dark Rex. Okay, so this guy runs Diamantes as a draw trigger. It's interesting seeing how people play Aquaforce. I've seen so many people run Glory Maelstrom as the heal trigger. I've seen a lot of people run Diamantes as the heal trigger. I personally run Diamantes as the heal trigger when I'm running, well, just in general, like he's the heal trigger. If you're playing last card Revan and Transcore and Glory Maelstrom, then you don't really need Diamantes, because technically you don't even really need to run Diamantes at all. You could run him as your 13th. So it would be like 4 Glory heals, 4 last card Revan draws, 4 Transcore draws, and 1 Diamantes. Or you could run 1 Maelstrom also, the regular Maelstrom, instead of Diamantes. Because if you're going last card Revan and Transcore, you don't really need the Storm Riders. I mean, you can run 4 Basel, but you don't need to run that many of that guy, if that makes sense. The question is, do I want to push this guy 12, 7? I can do 19. Let's go ahead and push this guy. Into Dark Rex. I want to push this guy. The reason why is because if he's running Glory and he wants to go Transcore, he's gonna build up to have like a big play. So you kind of want to push him fast so that he, like, you want to be at low damage, basically. So basically what I'm saying is throw your interceptors. Don't be afraid to throw interceptors early, because it'll slow down the amount of damage you take from Aquaforce. Now, if he's gonna run, let's see what he does. If he puts Basel out, then it doesn't really matter. But let's see if he's got Basel or Diamantes, because we know he runs Diamantes. It just depends on if he even has them in hand right now. He could also use his starter here to search for Glory, but see, here's the thing. I personally would never run the Grade 3 Searcher. I have never used Grade 3 Searchers in any deck that I've ever built in the entire lifespan of me playing Vanguard. Ever. I hate these cards. They're trash. I still think they're trash. They're not as trash as they are in the real game in Zero, because the deck is smaller. But the idea of pulling a trigger out of your deck, it could potentially pull a heal out, you know, like, if you're gonna pull a heal out of your deck when you could naturally just break rights, whatever. So it's like, I don't like it. That's all he did. Okay, so because of that, we may need to keep this for 1 turn. Unless there's a way for me to hit like 21,000 with it. And I can't. So we're just gonna go this guy and we're gonna try to push him. Let's see. I can do 17 over here. Yeah. Do this. Okay. Ooh, he lost PG. That's good. Gonna push him all the way to 5. Let's see if he's got Glory Maelstrom here. I'm at 2 damage. So if he's gonna go and do his full play with Basil, then maybe we'll lose here. I mean, I've got the grade 3 and the PG in hand, though. So, okay, let's see what happens. I'm ready for him, though. Let's see what he does. He's got Basil. Okay, let's see what he puts behind him. Because he's going to need to run over my 10k. So he'll have to use his other column to do that. That's only 10. You don't play the Goat in Revenger? No, of course not. Oh, no way, man. I'm going to be playing Claudus. Definitely going to be playing Claudus in Revengers. It's free Blaster Dark. Guaranteed Blaster Dark. The Goat's going to randomly pull like some random... It's not guaranteed that you're going to get Raging Form off of the Goat. You might end up with some random heal trigger. See, that's why I know. Of course not. I'm definitely going to run Claudus. I've always ran Claudus in all the years of me playing that deck back in the day. I never had any issues. Wait, this is all he's going to do? Okay. I'm just gonna take those 2. I'm just gonna take the crit, man, and go to 5. This isn't gonna do anything. I'm just gonna ignore the effect. Yeah, it's like, okay, I'll just keep my PG, thank you very much. Oh, what did he get from that starter? Oh, he added a Transcore to his hand. Alright. So I lost my restand. That's okay, because I didn't have a booster to go behind Dark Rex anyway. So, I think we're good. I'm not going to declare final turn just yet, because I don't know if it's final turn. We're going to put this here. And I guess throw this back here. Okay, he's declaring final turn. Is it though? Okay. That was a pretty good game. That guy did what he could, I guess. But I still don't like Grade 3 Searcher. So if Claudus is getting nerfed, then I might consider Dark Goat, but... See, I didn't know that. I didn't know that it was going to become Counterblast 2. But is Revengers really a problem, though? Like, the only way I could see them doing that is if Revengers is problematic. Like, if it's, you know, MLB level problematic. Otherwise, I don't see why they would need to do anything. But, I mean, at release, if they're not going to change anything, then yeah, I'm going to be running Claudus. Even if he's CB2, I still might run him. Because the thing is, you got to remember, Dorant's skill allows you to unflip 1. So, I mean, it kind of depends, but, I mean, we'll see. Oh, this guy's just playing regular Descendant. Regular Descendant and Gauntlet Buster and Vowing Sword. The typical Narukami. I call the Narukami Riff Raff. Well, I won't say Riff Raff. I think Season 2 Narukami at this point is the Riff Raff. I call Eradicators the Scrubs. Anytime I see Eradicators, I think it's just some scrub. You know, it's just some scrub doing their thing. Nothing against them. They're still just a scrub playing Eradicators. It's so boring. It's like the most boring deck you could play. I guess Ezel is more boring, but like Liberators is more rare to see than Eradicators at this point. Okay, he's gonna retire my baby Rex. Okay, he's not going to retire him. He's not going to retire him. That means that we are going to try to push him to 2 damage here. And he soul charged his Break Ride. That's wonderful to see. If he runs this thing as his heal trigger, though, I wonder what is his main grade 3. Heal triggers are not the main grade 3. They're the final turn grade 3. Or they're the main support grade 3, like Diamantes. Alright, can we push this guy? Can I do 19 to this guy? You know what? I'm going to try to psych him out. I'm gonna put this here. So if he... I know I don't want to lose this to him. But I definitely want to push 2 damage to him. Tier 1 Endurance skill. It was the best deck, much better than Link Joker. Is Link Joker even good? Like, everything I've heard about Link Joker is that they're not good. Like, they're just I mean, they're not bad, but they're not, like, amazing. You know, like everything I've heard about Link Joker is just negative news, bad things. Like, oh, they don't do anything. They got nerfed because the developers were afraid that they're gonna be too OP. Like, that's what I hear all the time. Alright, this dude is gonna retire. I don't know. Let's see what he retires. Is he gonna retire my 10k or is he gonna retire my baby Rags? Ah, okay. He fell for it because I don't care if I lose that thing. I can just create one off of this guy's skill later. Although it still hurts to lose it though. Alright, he got 3 Bowing Swords because he's got 1 in the drop zone. Or never mind, that's that thing. Okay. He soul charged 1, that's right. So this guy already's out 4 draws. Okay, what can we do here? We can use this to, like, punch this guy away. I guess I'm just gonna put this here. No, I'm not gonna put that yet. You know what? Let's just put this here and do, well, okay. Let's do this. Come on, trigger. Yes! Dark Rex. Now I don't have to destroy my Tyranno Legend. Ooh. His 2 Rising Phoenix are gone. One of them was on his drive check. Is Link Joker really good though? Like, I want to play Link Joker. I'm gonna play Revengers no matter what. Like, that's gonna be my main deck. Because I'm the Shadow Paladin main. Locke is still too good in 0, so Link Joker can't. Is still too good. Is Till too good? Still too good? So Link Joker can't be too good. Not quite sure what I understand what that says. Is still too good? What was the point of that, dude? Look at this dude. Why did he retire my Interceptor like that? He wasted 2 counterblasts. What is this gonna do? Retire my Tyranno Legend? I guess. Well, okay. Yeah, it does hurt me because I have to retire 2 rear guards to use the Break Ride skill. So I won't actually get the Break Ride skill. I might have to not Break Ride then. Well, yeah, because honestly, you know, that kind of hurts them actually, now I think about it. Because I can't when rode upon, your Vanguard gets this and this until end of turn. Oh, retire 2 rear guards. Retire 2 of your rear guards and draw cards equal to the number retired. Will I still get it? I hope so. I think I still get the 10k, right? Yeah, okay, I get it. Oh, I drew my PG. That's good. Alright, so that still worked. Do I need to set up Dark Rex? Put him here. And then, Dark Rex? No, because I could retire 3. So, just do this. Just do this. I got 2 heals left, but you gotta do it like this anyway.
Stand and draw. 偉大なる古の竜よ、姿と力をたどり、再び地上に舞い降りよ。ライド、イレイザー、ドラゴニックディフェンダント。頼んだ。ヴァンガードにアタック。
Oh, I'm gonna have to 6 damage heal.
ヴァンガードにアタック。
Oh, I lost because of Descendant. Wait, PG. That guy was out too. Saw someone climb with Link Joker to rank 1, then switch to Revenger later on. Oh, he had a heal he threw away. He's gonna attack me with his rear guard, and then I'm gonna have to double 6 damage. Do I even have 2 left? I got 2 left, but I think I lost. Cheesy Descendant with this cheese. I'm trying to think, like, oh, you know what I should have done last turn? I was thinking I should kill off his 11k, but looking back, that would not have really changed anything. The only difference is he, instead of having to, he would not have had that extra rearguard attack, which means I would have actually survived. So yeah, I guess I should have retired his, I should have attacked his thing, his 11k instead. Yeah, well, whatever. That was the mistake. The mistake, because he only had like 3 cards in his hand. He drew his 4th card. He would break right into Descendant, so you have 3 cards left in hand, and he would have only had the 7k in the back row. So he would call Descendant rearguard down, and then he would only have 2 cards in his hand to discard for Descendant. So that's literally all he would be able to do. So he would have killed my Interceptor, attacked me with Descendant. I would PG. No, I would have gone to 5. Oh, well, yeah, he would have had to do something differently, so I probably should have done that in a completely different order. But oh well. The only 2 decks that I do want to play Nova Grapplers next month, but if I can't play them, I'm not gonna like stress out about it or anything. Like I'll be happy playing Link Joker and Revengers. If you manage to lock a grade 1 and grade 3 later in the game, you basically win. Don't you need to lock the grade 2s to win in the front row? I mean, you can lock a grade 3 in the front row, but locking the interceptors are the things that the most important thing to lock. Let me see what I can do. I can just attack him like this. think I should pull all this stuff out. This Lynchu will retire my guy. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. And this guy, when this thing is retired during your turn, combos 1, call. Yeah. Get Tyranno Legend out. Let's put him over here. If I check a trigger, the power is going to go to Tyranno because that thing can already hit. There we go. Okay. Don't really matter to me. Now I got a big 11k beat stick in the front row. Early. So his Lynchu is like, I'm gonna have to retire that grade 1 then. Okay. Okay, he's gonna do that, that's fine. You lose an intercept for basically 2 turns. Yeah. Yeah, I can see how... Basically, the best card in Link Joker is Infinite Zero Dragon. The Break Ride, Infinite Zero is the true champion of that deck. Not CBD, not Nebula. The Persona Blast on the Ride Chain is actually really devastating, though, to the opponent. And I like how they buffed it, so you can get it. You can actually search it to guarantee the Persona Blast. Okay, he's gonna go ahead and do that. That's totally fine. I don't know why he retired that grade 3. I mean, I kind of get it. Hey, Alan. We're playing Ancient Dragons on rank. Second, that's his second heal, right? Yeah, that's second one. Alright. Punch through. No grade 3 target in hand, though, for Break Ride. Yeah, the deck is 100% done. I pulled my last 2 Spino drivers today. I have 3 Tyranno Legend and 1 SP Tyranno Legend. Yeah, I don't know why he's attacking the grade 1. I get that, but it's like, okay. Interesting choice there, pal. Alright, now we have Dark Rex if we need to use him. I mean, he's a Break Ride target, but it's not so much a Break Ride target. At the end of the battle, you're... Oh, I can superior Break Ride during the battle phase with him. That's the cool thing about it. We did it last year and we messed up. Didn't play it correctly, but okay. That's kind of cool. Alright, I guess I'll leave that in the back. I'll put this here and attack him. Or, you know what? Yeah, we'll just do this. 2 can play that game. I can attack your rearguard with my Vanguard. Oh, now I have an actual proper retired or Break Ride target. Alright, this dude wants to play that kind of dumb game. Okay, I'll play your game. I'll play your silly game. I want to Break Ride first. Do you need to set Ancient Dragon? Yeah, if you want to play Legion. If you want to play Legion. The next time Tachikaze shows up is going to be during Legion. So if you want to play them during Break Ride era, this is it. These cards are the only cards they're going to get. What is this? He calls down another one of these. Okay, maybe he has like another grade 3 in his hand. That's good to know. Yeah, I'm not sure what that was about. Now we got the break ride though, so we can do Dark Rex as well. I just don't have the retire targets. Let's see. Retire an Ancient Dragon rearguard to have two. Just do this. Just break ride on break ride. Retire that guy. Draw a card. We can bind Dark Rex to make this thing be able to hit the Vanguard. And then I need to retire what? 3 things? 3? Retire 3. So one will be this. One will be this. And I guess this will be number 3. Oh, I think I may have did something wrong. We're gonna have to put that guy. We're gonna have to put the Ancient Dragon guy over there behind the Vanguard. You'll see. I got this. I got this. I got this. I can fix it. I did something wrong, but it's okay. It's all good. I screwed up, so I have to retire this and then call it behind the Vanguard. Oh, but actually, I won't even be able to retire it, though. I mean, I won't be able to get it back up for Dark Rex because I won't even have the thing, right? Like, I need to have an Ancient Dragon Vanguard to get him up. Oh, wait, but I'm gonna Superior Break Ride, though. Yeah, I'm gonna Superior Break Ride. So I'm gonna have 10,000 at crit again. Yeah, that's pretty epic, man. That is some pretty epic stuff. Do you see this? Do you see this? This is Raging Form Dragon style play right here. This is the original. Ancient Dragons are the original forebear to Raging Form playstyle. You saw it here first. This is why you run Dark Rex as your heal trigger in Ancient Dragons. What we just witnessed was the epic comeback. This deck is so good. Like, it just takes some practice. You just gotta get used to the combos. I can see, like, with a little bit of work, I can probably get really good with this deck. Like, I was playing horribly at the beginning of the stream, but now I'm starting to see, like, how your attack order is supposed to work, where you want to put your rear guards. I wasted a counterblast on that grade, like, retiring that thing. I didn't need to do that, because I forgot that the break ride into Dark Rex will give him 20k with crit. What's my build? I'll show you guys. I go, so you guys should know how I build decks. By now, what I do is all about consistency. I want the deck to be as consistent as possible. I've seen a lot of other people out there playing Tachikaze, and they're running like a mix of Ancient Dragons and a bunch of like non-Ancient Dragon grade 1s and 2s. I don't really like that because you kind of need Ancient Dragons for the most part. Like, for example, this guy, if you ride a grade 2 and you need to use like a Raptor to hit over something, so you need to retire this thing, you're going to want an Ancient Dragon Rearguard, or an Ancient Dragon Vanguard to be able to do that. Now, sometimes it's not necessary, but most of the time, like, you do want an Ancient Dragon Vanguard at all times. Like, I don't want to be sitting on some random grade 3 that is not an Ancient Dragon, because then it turns this guy into a 9k vanilla that doesn't do anything. So that's why. Basically, this is the build. So we run Baby Rex as a starter because it's the Ancient Dragon starter. It allows you to get Tyranno Legend. You could potentially rush your opponent down with this thing and the Raptors early. You can do what I call Raptor Rush. Raptor Rush is when you use Gatling Arrow and Dino Crowd to basically like hit over defensive triggers if you need to. So obviously we run 4 of the new Sentinel because it's the better one. We run 4 of Iguanogorg. You gotta run 4 of him because every time he gets retired, basically when he gets cannibalized by a retire effect of your own, you cannibalize want to call him back up. So he can potentially this is basically your Melissa from Genesis. Then you have 3 of the 10k vanilla or 10k attacker for grade 1s, and then you have 2 of this thing. This is kind of an open spot. If you want to do Raptor Rush, you can use this. Otherwise, you don't need to run it. You can run like the 4th 10k, and then you could run like, I don't know, one of those pterodactyls that gains 3k power when gives something 3k power when it gets retired, because that kind of helps synergize with Dark Rex. So you could run 2 of those instead, but it's kind of iffy, like it's not really necessary. And then the grade 2 lineup, we run 4 of the 12k Ancient Dragon, we run 4 of the 10k Ancient Dragon, we run 4 of the Dino Crowd Ancient Dragon. So this is your big grade 2 that can swing 14 by retiring an Ancient Dragon rearguard. It must be an Ancient Dragon rearguard. And then the last spot is Launcher Mammoth. He's your Curse Lancer countercharger. He's not an Ancient Dragon. He's the only non-Ancient Dragon rearguard in the grade 2 lineup. And then for the trigger lineup, 4 Dark Rex heals. He's the only non-Ancient Dragon. 4 of the Break Ride Spino Driver. 4 Tyranno Legend. He's your main big boy boss Vanguard. And then we have 1 Volcatops as an extra Ancient Dragon emergency go attack type of Vanguard. And that's basically the deck. And it's really good. Like, I like this deck a lot. It's fun. It's fast. Trigger lineup is 9 draw, 4 heal, because your deck gains crit automatically from the Break Ride or from Tyranno Legend's skill. So you don't need crit triggers. You don't need stand triggers, because when you retire some of your Ancient Dragons like Baby Rex, or Iguanogorg, they revive or they bring something else to the field. So, yeah, it's really good. Okay, ooh, here comes a mirror match. Alright, so I'm gonna send this back. I guess I'll keep him. Just because... Okay, now we have both of our ride targets.
Stand up!
Yeah, so we'll see what this guy runs. It'll be interesting to see what other people's take on Ancient Dragons are. Let's see. I guess I'll ride this. Put this here. And end my turn. But what do you guys think? You guys like Ancient Dragons? You guys are passing on them completely? What's your take on Tachikaze in general? I think it's a really fun deck. It's totally legit deck to climb Legend or to climb Ranked with. He chooses to put that behind his Vanguard for some reason. I'm not sure why. I guess he's afraid of me, like, riding up to the 10k vanilla. They're good against Link Joker? I don't know if they're good against Link Joker. The thing is, sort of, but, I guess they can be, but I'm not sure they're that good against Link Joker. You've been playing Vanguard EX? Revenger is my way bot. Your way bot, Tachi, though? But so, okay, Ancient Dragons and Revengers. You guys gotta remember, Tachikaze is basically Shadow Paladins as a Dragon Empire nation. That's kind of what they are. Like, if you think about what Shadow Paladin does, right? Shadow Paladin retires their own rearguards to give their Vanguard OP effects. Ancient Dragons, or just Tachikaze in general, does the same thing. It retires its own rearguards to give its Vanguard OP effects. Where they differ, Shadow Paladin is a Paladin clan. That means he can superior call certain units from the deck out to the field. Tachikaze can't do that, but what they can do is they can self-revive the units that they retire. Some of them. So they're more limited in what they can superior call out during the battle phase, But the nice thing is it's during the battle phase. Shadow Paladins can't really superior call units during the battle phase. So there is that is a big difference in the way those two clans play. This guy got super lucky on these attacks. Because I didn't check any triggers. And he just pushed me to 3 that early. Okay. Alright, what I can do is I can use a Tyranno Legend to run over this thing. We can put this guy here, and we can probably just do that. Ooh, that's what I want to see. Heal trigger. Whiff. And we're gonna hit over it. I'd still be able to hit over it, but it's good that I get to conserve my Tyranno Legend. He runs Dark Rex as a draw trigger. That indicates to me that the deck is probably not complete. He's got Volcatops as his heal. I also saw this thing in here. This is not a Ancient Dragon. And this is also a heal trigger, so the deck is incomplete. You want to pull Ancient, but saving for Grand Blue. Hope they'll be good, as they are my main. So Grand Blue's your main? I like that. I like that. Grand Blue is very fun. In fact, I can't wait to play Grand Blue next month. Grand Blue Break Ride era is very good. You just have to know how to play them, but they're really, really fun. In fact, I think they're more fun than Ancient Dragons overall, just because they can do some incredibly wicked, sick combos. They're also the only clan in the game that does what they do. Superior calling from the drop zone. So they have one of the most unique play, or I guess, I don't want to say gimmick, but that is kind of their gimmick, right? It's superior calling from the drop zone. That's their specialty. Not sure what this guy's trying to do. It's pretty straightforward. All he has to do is just attack my Interceptor and attack my Vanguard. I mean, if he wants to retire my, if he wants to attack my Tyranno Legend, I mean, he can do that. Okay, I guess he wants to do that, if possible. But I don't know if it's really that necessary, pal. I mean, okay. He really wants to push damage to me. I can tell. He wants to put me to 4 damage, I guess. He chooses to attack with his counter charger. That's interesting. Well, he doesn't have anything to unflip, but I still kind of feel that's kind of a funny play, but okay. He does have a better field presence than me. Like, he already has 2 Iguanogorgs and his Baby Rex. So he has, like, the primary retired targets for his Break Ride turn. And there's a PG. Second heal goes down and it whiffs. Alright, well, all I'm going to do, if that's what he's going to do, then I'm just going to call Volcatops. And, yeah, we're just going to skip. We're going to put Volcatops here, and that's basically all I'm going to do. I'm just going to do this. Maybe I should retire this. Okay, I'll retire this. I mean, he wants to draw this out for some weird reason. I want to Break Ride first. Oh, yeah, another one. Okay. I'm not sure about that, but okay. I know what he wants to do. He's trying to prevent me from retiring 2 and draw 2. What he doesn't realize is the way this effect works is I'll still retire my baby Rex and draw 1 card. He's gonna put it here for some reason. Yeah, he wants to retire this. Okay. I hope I can check a draw trigger here. Oh. Alright, so I'm going to go to 5. There's the draw, and there's the 1. So what I'll do is, on the retire, I will retire Ancient Dragon Tyranno, or I'll get Ancient Dragon Tyranno Legend. That will attack his Vanguard. So that'll put him at 4, and then the Break Ride will attack. It would be nice to have, what's his name? Dark Rex, but that's okay. We got a PG. Watch, he thinks that I can't do the retire 2, but it's just gonna retire 1 and draw. See, it just does it anyway. It's like, okay. It's better than everybody originally thought. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this here. What does this do when it attacks? Retire 3 rear guards to get 10,000 and crit, draw a card, and call an Ancient Dragon Baby Rex. Retire 3 rear guards. Okay. Oh, I drew the heal? The only thing that went wrong here is I drew into the heal. I think I'm going to lose because, let's see what he does. He's going to Break Ride, and then he'll retire his 2 in the back. He'll Superior Call that one back up, and he'll get Tyranno Legend here. And then, but in any case, he has 3 attacks to me, so I'm going to lose because of the 3rd attack. I only have 2 PGs. And I didn't really have any other options on the previous turn because I didn't have any interceptors to begin with that turn. So that's kind of where the cookie crumbles. And with only 1 heal left, I definitely lost because of the critical. Wait, why would he... Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, like, wait a minute. Oh, another 3. Wait. What? Okay. Oh, now he's using Dark Rex. Okay. Interesting. If only I didn't draw into Dark Rex, I maybe we'll have survived. We'll see. If this top card is a heal trigger, that means I would have double healed out of this. If we get the 1 heal that remains, it means that I would have double healed if I didn't have this in my hand. Because this is the card I drew off of Tyranno Legend's skill. And now he's doing Tyranno Legend's skill. And he's going to call Tyranno Legend and Baby Rex out for an extra column that can potentially be used to retire For Dark Rex.
Skill 発動 Spedial Call First check Second check
Well, that's 3 critical. That's complete overkill.
Damage check
Okay. Ooh, that guy took 20 points. That means that that guy is like Legend 0 or 1, or maybe not even Legend. If I lose 20 points to somebody at Legend 7, that means that they're like way lower ranked than me. Alright, well, I think we'll try, I kind of want to play Genesis again. Like, I want to play, like, get 1 or 2 games in with Genesis here. Because I feel like, if played well, Genesis can be incredibly good. Not, like, super good, because it's not that consistent, but it's just really fun. Do I have Sweep Command? Yeah, I do have Sweep Command. I'm not sure exactly if my build is that good, though. I guess I'll send this back. I just draw it again, that's fine. So for Sweep Command, it's kind of weird. Like, ideally, so the thing with Sweep Command is you kind of have to run 2... You have to run a grade 3 and a grade 2. As long as you run those cards and his starter, then the deck will do relatively well. It's much harder to pilot compared to your standard Eradicators. Like, it's harder to use than Gauntlet Buster and Descendant. But it's a lot more interesting to play. Those other 2 decks are really boring. Or I guess standard Eradicators is very boring. It's very, very generic. It's one of the most common decks that you'll come across on rank play. But yeah, I'll show you the build. I'll show you my Eradicator deck. I don't know. I mean, I have the deck. I don't know if it's 100% complete though. I'll just show you what I have and what I recommend. But yeah, you can play Vowing Sword as the Break Ride. That's totally fine. Or if you don't want to run Vowing Sword, you'll see. There's I forget what it's called. It's Eradicator Spark. I think Sparkhorn Dragon or something. It's like a red dragon with like a blue background. From far away, it always looked like a Gundam to me. That's kind of weird. Why are you attacking that order? He had a better chance of hitting if he went in the other order. He's searching for a grade 3. He's gonna grab Alfred. I'm calling it. Oh, it's Freed. And it's a draw trigger. Wait, who is this? The one where you ride and anything popped in the front, the card in the back, and then it gets... No, it's not a Break Ride. It's a 10k Eradicator Double R that came out in the same set that Sweep Command came out in. I mean, this guy's gonna be on grade 3 here, so I guess what I want to do is we gotta do this. Hold on, just thinking here. 11 plus 7 is only 18. I don't want him to retire my stuff though with Blaster Blade. I guess we'll do this. Do I want to retire Baby Rex and get that Tyranno Legend out? No, I won't do it yet. Spark Dragon. Yeah, I think it's Eradicator Horn. Spark Horn Dragon, I think. That's the card. You want to run that? You could run the Break Ride, because there's a grade 2 that you would also run in the deck. It's basically, it's an Eradicator. It's some dude with like a gray nighttime background. When he hits the Vanguard, if your Vanguard is Eradicator, counterblast 1 and retire 1 of your opponent's rear guards in the front row, I think. Or maybe it's priority to the back row. I forget exactly what the effect is. But that thing and Sparkhorn Dragon kind of have the same effect. When they hit the Vanguard, they can counterblast 1 and retire a rear guard. You basically run those things, and then when that happens, it triggers your starter's skill to check the top 10 and Superior Ride Sweep Command. And then when Sweep Command's placed, then he'll absorb an Eradicator and retire another opponent's rear guard. So... Wait, what? Wait, what happened? What just happened? I don't even know what I did. Okay, I attacked him and he took damage. I don't understand why Liberators seem so lackluster. Like, they're just not really... I don't know. Like, on paper they sound like they were very, very good. Like, they were gonna be like super OP top tier. Ganslot, Searching, Blast Blade, Liberator, that buff to his effect. And yet, you still you rarely see people playing Liberators. It's kind of weird. Like, why is this guy attacking this order? I guess, to ensure that he would hit. That's 2 heals out, so that's good for me. This guy runs criticals. Ganslot's a crit? Okay. CB2, retire 1 card. Yeah, that thing. Man, there's a lot of latency on this matchup. Okay, so he's got 1 interceptor that we have to run over. I kind of want to set this up. Give... this? I think I misclicked. I didn't really want to do that yet. Yeah, I didn't want to do that. Okay, now, oh good, he lost a PG. And I have Dark Rex set up now. But I won't have Break Ride into Break Ride though. Like, the cool thing that I've realized with Dark Rex is that if you Break Ride Spino Driver on top of Spino Driver, then you can, during the battle phase, you can go into Dark Rex and get another Break Ride. That's a pretty good combo that I learned just from playing the deck today. I did not actually even think of that. It never occurred to me when I was building the deck that that could happen. Because if he's smart, I think right now, if he has Blaster Blade, what he wants to do, what he should do, is he can, okay, let's see what he does. If he retires my grade 2, then I consider him not that good at the game. If he retires one of these grade 1s in the back row, then he really knows what he's doing. Let's see what happens. Okay, then he's your average random scrub. I'm not trying to insult him, I'm just saying like he could have done something way better, and he could have hurt me in the long run by retiring one of these 2. Because I'm at 3 damage. I mean, what does he think is going to happen here? Like, I guess, yeah, I have to use a PG if I don't check a single trigger right here. And I check one, so that shuts down Blaster Blade. So they have Alfred. Alfred's good. See, now I think he realizes the error of his ways. Alright, that's the second PG that I've seen. Alright, that's 2 that I've seen. Alright, we are good to go. He's gonna retire my Tyranno. Whatever, I don't care. Because I'm going to get my Break Ride, draw 2 cards, retire my 2 guys, self-revive that 7k, get a Tyranno Legend on the field. It's all good. You know what, guys? I think I'm gonna go Spino Driver on top of Spino Driver and do the Dark Rex play. Here we go. This is gonna be the play that I'm talking about. Check this out. Oh yes, 2 non-triggers. Get me that Tyranno Legend immediately. Go, attack, Star Ocean. Or not Star Ocean. Get this guy up here. Alright, I need 3 targets for Dark Rex. 3 targets for Dark Rex. He's gonna be 20k. Put this here. I guess put this in the back. Put this here. And I guess put that there. Alright, here we go. All in. Let's go. Okay. Alright. That's cool. Oh, he didn't even have a PG. What? Oh, man. Okay. We're about to see some Dark Rex come out of there from the Bind Zone, coming out of the interdimensional portal, and just come in there like Raging Form style. Oh, man. Yeah, I think one of the best things is Freed on top of Gansot right now. Isn't Garmor gonna fix that problem though? Because Garmor's coming out next month. I think Garmor's pretty good. Still doesn't work with Gansot's Break Ride, and it still can't do 2 damage. Oh, because Garmor is a main phase skill, not a Break Ride skill. So yeah, I see the problem. Oh, whoops! Oh, I forgot. I was gonna show you my Eradicator deck, but I think we kind of talked about the cards that I meant to show you. Basically, there's a grade 2 and a grade 3 that you need to run for Sweep Command, plus Sweep Command starter. Those 3 cards, and then whatever else Eradicators you want to throw in there, your standard stuff, it all kind of just fills in the gap. Ooh, Murakumo! This is what I'm talking about. This is the good stuff. Clan event deck versus clan event deck of yesterday, or I guess last year. I don't even know what I was going to say there. Yesterday? It was like last month. The Spark I need 4, or I can run 1. So if you only have 1, then just run it as your 13th and run the Break Ride. But I think it's better to run 4 of them. Mainly because if you don't run 4 of them, then you're dependent on the grade 2 hitting the Vanguard during the battle phase to Superior Ride Sweep Command during the battle phase. So that's why I think Sparkhorn Dragon is actually meant to play with Sweep Command. Oh, this guy is either VP farming or he is grade locked. Like legit grade locked. Stand trigger. Yeah, this guy's farming. This guy's definitely farming. He's got Mandalord in here and that random thing. You'll craft them after you get your Genesis stuff. Oh, by the way, guys, I finished Genesis today. I did a 10 pull because because Genesis is on Reddit right now, and I pulled an SP Yatagarasu. So my Genesis deck is 100% done now, as of today. I also crafted my last Gant slot, so I have 4 Liberator Gant slots now. So I completed 2 decks today, in addition to Tachi, so that's a total of 3 decks. I also crafted my 3rd Weathercloth Seal Dragon Break Ride, so I only need 1 more Weathercloth for Seal Dragons to be 100%. So hit a lot of milestones today in terms of crafting materials. Man, this dude has gotten, like, look at how many triggers. This guy's hit so many triggers.
Vanguard にアタック。ダメージチェック。ヴァンガードにアタック。ファーストチェック。セカンドチェック。ダメージチェック。クリティカルトリガー。スタンド&ドロー。
Oh, he can't even hit me out. I wanted him to put me at 4 or maybe 5 so I could do my break ride turn, but whatever. Now I won't be able to do it because I'm at 11. This can get up to 14. That guy got a lot of VP. He got a lot of VP out of that. Alright, Legend 8. We're a little bit behind. I wanted to be Legend 8 yesterday, but we just now reached it. Alright, well I'll show you my Eradicator deck. So this is what I have. I only have Sweep Command. So the thing is, I actually have Sweep Command at 4. I do not have 4 Gauntlet Buster, and I do not have... I only got 1 Descendant. So I'm pretty much forced to... If I want to play Eradicators, I'm forced to play Sweep Command. Like, it's the only deck that I have that's, like, done. Now, I have 2 of this. So actually, what you could do... Here, let me make this better, because this is kind of not the way I meant to build it originally. It's just because of how this turned out. So I have 2 of these. I think I have the regular one, the non-SP, which I should be running. Yeah, okay, so I have 3 of these total. I have 2 SPs and a normal. So this is ideally what you want. Unfortunately, I only have 2 Vowing Sword right now. So, kind of not set up to prepare. I'm not prepared to play Vowing Sword Reverse next month. So it's kind of like a low priority deck. But this is kind of what I have for Eradicators. For now, at least. And I only have 2 of this. So you can see I'm missing a lot of pieces. Like I've got Zoitin, and that's about it. I do have this guy at 4. I have only 2 of the 12, so it's like kind of weird lineup that I'm running. And then of course you're running Draco Kid instead of Linchu because it's Sweep Command. Whenever somebody sees this, that's a dead giveaway that you're playing Sweep Command. But yeah, that's basically it. What would a complete one look like? Okay, it depends. It depends on what you want your heal trigger to be. Because if you want, like, you could go either way. Like, you could go all in on Gauntlet Buster, or you could go all in on Descendant, which I personally think Descendant is the better option as the heal. Gauntlet Buster's good, but the thing is, you're getting a lot of attacks in during the battle phase. You're getting like 4 drive checks with Sweep Command during that turn that you do the big play. So it's not really terrible. I mean, it could be... So 2 things. One is you could do this. So you could run like 4 of this, 1 Break Ride, and then Sweep Command. Or you could just forget about the Break Ride completely and run 1 Gauntlet Buster as a draw trigger. And you could run it like this. Or you could keep the Break Ride, run 4 Break Ride, and run 1 of this. So you could do this. Now, the only thing about running it this way is if you play the deck this way, you don't actually have the ability... You don't have a very consistent way to trigger the starter's skill because you're dependent on this thing during the battle phase. So it's one of those things where it can still benefit you because you can... Like, say you Break Ride Vowing Sword on Vowing Sword. So you go Vowing Sword on Vowing Sword. So Vowing Sword becomes 21k. He retires the opponent's front row. So that opens up a spot to have this guy hit the Vanguard, right? And say your opponent's at 4 damage or maybe even 3 damage. So with the open spot, because you retired the Interceptor with the Break Ride, now all you got to do is have like one of either... Probably not Vowing Sword because he's a 21k attacker. So I would say your other column kills their only remaining Interceptor. Then you have this guy with a booster hit their Vanguard, retire the opponent's rear guard. Then that will trigger... Well, actually, hold on. No, you got it. No, I take that back because you got to have this guy swing last. So yeah, so you can either do... well, you'd have to do Vowing Sword into the Vanguard first. So you see what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of... It works, but it's not like... It's not a very good way to trigger Eradicator or Sweep Command's ability. Because, like, what's going to happen is... You're going to kill off their grade 2. You're going to attack them with your Vanguard, and it's 21k. So if they take damage, you don't check triggers, then this guy is not going to be able to hit. So he won't be able to bring out Sweep Command. But... You know, if he gets a trigger, he can swing like 21k, assuming he's got like a 7k or a 7 or like a 10k behind him, like this guy for instance, which probably should be at 4 copies because you're running, you know, Sweep Command retires a lot more, so you probably want to run 4 of this and like 3 of this. It's probably something along these lines for the grade 1 lineup. But the reason why this is not terrible is because you still have the option to default back to Vowing Sword into Descendant if you need to. So you still have that option. You can still do that. So that's why it's not terrible. Whereas if you were doing, you know, like if you had, say, none of these, or I guess one of these, or none of them, and you had like all of your Sparkhorn, which I think I can craft another one now. Yeah, but I'm saving up for Vowing Sword. So if you ran it like this, then you have a very consistent way to go into Sweep Command. So you gotta kind of think of it like this. Sweep Command is not meant to be a Break Ride deck. That's just kind of how it is. You could alternatively run him... I'm trying to think like if he actually works with the other Break Ride. So this will allow you to... this will combo well with this guy's skill. Yeah, it will combo well with this guy's skill. So, I mean, I guess that's another option. I just think Vowing Sword is still better overall, just because you have the alternate play of going into Descendant if you need to. That's why. If you go all in on Sparkhorn, then you're really focusing on Sweep Command. And again, like, if your opponent's at 5 damage and you have a Eradicator Descendant in hand, you can just like plop him down And, you know, it's kind of like a Silent Tom thing where it's like, okay, they PG, but then he'll just stand up anyway. So you can still do that. I mean, it's not a big deal. So, you know, maybe Vowing Sword's not really that necessary in a pure Sweep Command. So I would say something like this. If you don't have Descendant, or if you don't want Descendant in here at all, then just run Gauntlet Buster instead as the heal trigger, and then that would work as well. So something like this would also work. You have him. He's less about multiple attacks, though. I like the idea of Descendant being in here with Sweep Command, just because Sweep Command is an extra attack during the battle phase, comboing with Sparkhorn or Suisei with the starter, of course. I mean, the starter has to live to do that. So the other thing, too, you got to keep in mind is if you lose your starter, like let's say you're up against Linchu, someone running Linchu, then you lose your starter. So then that kind of kills off that play. So then you're stuck with, you know, Sparkhorn or just regular Sweep Command, which is not terrible, but he's very resource heavy, and you can't really, you know, you kind of have to run 4 Zuiten because of the soul charging. So it's interesting. There's a lot of debate on like how to build it. I personally think if you're truly focusing on Sweep Command, though, you're gonna want 4 of this card. Like, if you truly want to go all in on Sweep Command. Otherwise, you know, you have the other options as well. But I would say this is... this looks very janky, but this is just what I have right now, so... and then for Liberators, I don't know if somebody asked earlier about Liberators, but this is basically what I have right now. I only have 2 Alfred. It took me like 3 months, almost 3 months, to craft these Ganslots, like 2 of them, I think. Yeah, I crafted these 2 Ganslots over the course of 3 months, and that's with casually, like, fighting, 2 character fights on Aichi, because Gold Paladins is not my main clan at all. But I did want to finish the deck. I had to climb all the way up to Legend 20 that season just because I only pulled 1 Blaster Blade Liberator. And I knew I had to craft this. I got lucky on S-Crad, though, and pulled like 3 of them from the start. So I just kind of left it. But at least they're done. I'm ready for Garmor now, finally. I've got my Blaster Blades, I've got S-Crad, I've got Gancelot, so I'm ready for Garmor. I think what I'll do is when Garmor is in the game, assuming I have 4, I would play it like this. Well, actually, hold on, because what does this do? No, that thing calls rearguards. So I would probably run 1 Alfred and 4 Garmor. Let's just pretend that this thing is Garmor. And then I'd make Garmor a stand trigger. Or actually, no, this is not Garmor. Yeah, make him a stand trigger. 5 draw, 4 stand. Probably something like this. Yeah, maybe that. That seems pretty good. I don't know what grade 2s and 1s Liberators get in the next set. I completely forget. I know there's like a Go-Shock or something. Go-Sock or Go-Shock, I forget the name. It's like another Eradicator, some gold dude like on a dragon or a horse or something. I think it's a 10k grade 3. I guess that's supposed to work with Garmor, but I'm not exactly sure what it does. But yeah, something like this, where this is Garmor. Something like that. But for now, that's what I've got. And then, Genesis is done. So you guys want to see my Genesis deck? That's basically what I'm running. Finally done. Pulled that second SP, Yatagarasu. No more random Himiko in here. Although, I don't know. Maybe I still might run that one Himiko. If you have money, you play Angel Celestial. Celestials are really legit good if you know how to play the clan well. Like, you can climb with Celestials with no issue at all right now. Like, It is relatively easy to climb with Celestials. You have 5 heals. You have stand triggers, and you have draw power because you should be running like 2, maybe 3 of this. Yeah, you unflip a lot with the no seals, so it's a no-brainer to run Armoros to offset the lack of some draw triggers. I can't wait. I'm right there with you too, man. Hikaru's saying I can't wait for Minerva. Me neither. Me too, man. I can't wait. Minerva. So for those who don't know about my Vanguard history, a little bit of history. So I was most active in OG Vanguard back in like 2000. I started playing Vanguard in 2013. It was kind of relatively new. That was back when in the anime, at least in the Japanese anime, that was the Link Joker season. But in international Vanguard, so like global Vanguard, in terms of the TCG, we were getting like Maelstrom. We were in season 2 basically. So set 8 with Maelstrom and Cecilia, and so Aquaforce debuted. Neo Nectar was relatively new, or not new, but you know, Musketeers. And then we got the first break ride we got was Prism Image Vert. So a lot of people forget this, but the very first break ride in the English Vanguard was Prisms. Like, they got an extra booster in July of 2013. Maybe it was August, but I think it was July. You can look it up on the Wikia. But this was the very first break ride in English Vanguard. And that was in 2013. Then after that, we got set 11, because for some reason they released 11 before set 10, because in Japan, Eradicator Descendant was dominating so much that for English, they flipped it. So they gave us set 11 first. So we got Seal Dragons Unleashed, which introduced Celestials to the game. So Celestials was one of the earlier decks that I built, along with Dauntless and Seal Dragons. But I didn't have the N back then, so I was forced to play Seal Dragons when I was relatively new to the game, because the N had been in the game before I started playing Vanguard, so it was really hard for me to get copies of this. I would go to locals and a lot of people would be playing Dote, like they were playing Dauntless and Dote, and I wouldn't have the N, so I couldn't play the deck, but I could watch people play it. I did have Dauntless though. I had an SP Dauntless and I guess the other 3, but I made some janky like Seal Dragon with Dauntless deck, which was not that good. So I took him out because Weathercloth wasn't in the game. A lot of people don't know this about the history of Vanguard, but Weathercloth is actually a promo that came out during the time that Minerva came out into the game, which was set 14, Brilliant Strike, but that wouldn't release until July of 2014, which was like almost a whole year after Seal Dragons debuted. So I was stuck having to run the old Blockade because he was dirt cheap, and people just kind of gave him to me for free. I did have an SP, but I had Blockade and I had his Cross Ride, and that was my Seal Dragon deck. So that's why I'm a big fan of Seal Dragons, because there's kind of that nostalgia factor, because when in the early days of me playing Vanguard, Seal Dragons was like my first true Kogero deck that was actually complete. So yeah, that was 2013. That was fall 2013. And then in December of that year, we got set 10, which introduced Descendant, Gauntlet Buster, Jewel Knights, Liberators, and then I picked up Jewel Knights, you know, because I guess waifu, I don't know, Salome's cool, Ashley's cool, so I got them because I didn't have Blaster Blade, I didn't have Gancelot, all that, you know, I didn't have all the old Royal Paladins, Season 1, MLB, all that stuff that no one actually really played anymore, because Bargle was banned. So I never actually played that deck or ever had any experience playing it. But yeah. So I'm very familiar with Jewel Knights, I'm very familiar with Seal Dragons, Liberators, Eradicators, all that stuff. I never played Eradicators. As I said before, when I opened my packs, I pulled one Descendant. One Descendant. I've only ever had one copy of this card, and I find it ironic that in Vanguard 0, after all these years, I still only have one Descendant. Just one. And I built my janky Sweep Command deck back in the day, and I did run my one Descendant in the deck. I remember the lineup. It was 4 Sweep Command, 1 Descendant, 2 Gauntlet Buster, because I had 1 SP Gauntlet Buster and 1 regular Triple R. And I think I had like 1 of these or 2 of these. I was running like 9 Grade 3s or something. I forget exactly what the lineup was. But that was my lineup. That was my lineup. And I ran this as the starter. And that's basically how I played the deck back in the day. So, yeah. It's interesting seeing all the cards again, like as they were, so for the most part. You started to play Pale Moon with Farah, and then Silverthorn is when I wait until Venus come. I will make. So yeah, the history of the game back then. See, I remember it so well because this is when like I was very, very active and competitive in the game. Like after Legion, basically after Legion, I kind of like took a back seat into Vanguard. Like I still played throughout Strides, the history of Stride, like G era, but not as much as like Break Ride and Legion. Break Ride and Legion was kind of the peak for my Vanguard history. And then after that, it kind of like tapered off slowly, and then it just kind of like flatlined for a while, where I almost quit the game, like toward the very end of G, like after Onimaru, or around the end of like where Nubatama had their second trial deck or something, or got their trial deck. That was kind of where I almost quit the game. And then they rebooted the game into V-Series, and I didn't actually start V-Series initially until I believe it was the second or the third full booster set of that game. But then I eventually got back into it, and then you guys know I started doing the deck profile videos again. And then here we are with Vanguard Zero. So, yeah. But I will say, like, I remember every single release, like it was yesterday almost. So Sealed Dragons was in, like, I think October of 2013. Then we got set 10, Triumphant Return of the King of Knights. So that introduced Jewel Knights. And then we got set 12 in February of 2014. And that set is very, very special to me, because that is when Revengers, Silverthorns, Amon's Followers, Garmor Liberator, and Link Joker all debuted, along with Narukami's reverse unit. And Dungaree Unlimited. Dungaree Unlimited was in that set. After storytime, can we see Transcore? Sure. You can look at Transcore. Oh yeah, and Transcore was in Steel Dragons Unleashed too. And I did have that deck, and it was kind of janky and not that good. I didn't have Glory Maelstrom back then, but yeah, this is what I'm running. A lot of people are probably wondering, like, why don't you run Maelstrom? You can do that. If you don't want Diamantes, throw them out and put a regular Maelstrom in the deck. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. I'm going to run the special one, even though I have that SP. There. My one that I have. I only got one of that one. But yeah. Something like this. This works. I can't wait for Tetra Drive, though. You wait for Tetra Drive? So do I. I'm in the same boat. Because, so basically, back to 2014, Binding Force of Black Rings was February. That was set 12. Then set 13, Catastrophic Outbreak. That introduced CBD, Deadliest Beast Deity, Extreme, those guys. So Nova Grappler, Grom Blue, Reverse. Nubatama was introduced for the first time as an actual deck that was complete, with their Break Ride. And then what else was in there? We had Nova Grapplers, Nubatama, Link Joker. There was no Gold Paladin in that set. Nova Grappler, Nubatama, Link Joker, and there was no Kagero either. Who was the fourth one? Oh, Angel Feathers. There was Ramio Reverse was in Catastrophic Outbreak. That's right. That was the fourth one. And Aqua Force, Tetra Drive. Aqua Force was in there too. Reverse card, most card, and cleaner back. What? Yeah, and that was May of 2014. Then it wasn't until July of 2014 where we got set 14, Brilliant Strike, that introduced Minerva. Eradicators got their second break ride with Tempest Bolt. There was Gold Paladins, so Grand Ezel Scissors. There was Gansat Zenith. And there was Dominant Drive Reverse, or Dauntless Reverse. And I think that was it. Oh, and Murakumo. Murakumo got their stuff. And so did Neo Nectar. Neo Nectar got their reverse unit as well. And then set 15, Infinite Rebirth, was the final break ride set. That was the finale of Season 3. That introduced Drag Ruler for Revengers, the Rebirth for Kogero, Glendios for Link Joker, Pale Moon Venus Luquier was in that set. Cyclamatooth break ride for the Machinings. He was not a machining though, but the Mega Colony got their break ride finally. And I think that was it. Oh, and Maelstrom Reverse was in that set too, as well. And Monarch Alfred. So see, I can recall pretty much all the stuff from Season 3. But if you ask me what came out in like set 6 or 8 of G, then I'm not really sure. It's like, I think that was after Next Stage, but I kind of, don't really know the history on G that much. Didn't pay attention. Set 15. So if we're talking like OG, like Vanguard, Minerva was in set 14. But I think for Zero, so we're coming up on set 12. So set 13 would be Novell. Set 13 is... Yeah, I think set 15. Set 15 is Minerva. Basically, the Japan servers are getting Minerva next month. In like a week. If I only have 3 of the 8K Diamantes... The 8K, you mean Basil? You mean this guy? I run 4 of the 9K attacker that gets more power if there is only one. Okay, so here's the thing. If you want to run... If you're going to focus on last card Revan, and you don't have Basil, you don't actually need Basil at all. Like, you can literally not run him at all. The problem is if you do that, get rid of Maelstrom. Like, okay, I'll show you guys the deck that you should run. If you want to focus on last card and you don't have Diamantes and Basil, then what you want to do is you want to run this guy at 4. Or wait, why can't I run 4 of him? Oh, because of this. Basically, if you want to go all in on last card, you're going to want these. In fact, you could also run... What does this do? When the attack hits, if it's the 4th... No, that's not going to go. So you could actually run this guy. Because you're not going to counterblast too much. And then the grade 3 lineup would be... let me think. What else can we run? I guess this guy, Benedict? No, not him. There's a dude who restands. This guy. You can do this. What does this do? Third of Bell or more. Countercharge 2. You could also run this guy too. In fact, I kind of think... Oh, that has attack Vanguard, so never mind. Yeah, I would do this actually. Okay, so this is what I would recommend if you don't have Basil and Diamantes, or if you don't want to run them at all. So the only reason why you would ever run Basil and Diamantes, aka the Storm Riders, Eugene is one of them also, he's the grade 1, but no one runs him. If you want to run the Storm Riders, they are meant to assist Maelstrom. Regular Maelstrom, not Glory Maelstrom. Glory Maelstrom doesn't care. Glory Maelstrom can literally attack at any point and he gets his ultimate break as long as he has ultimate break. He doesn't have to be 4th, he doesn't have to be 3rd, he doesn't have to be 5th. He can attack whenever, as long as he's attacking the Vanguard, as long as he's LB5, he can do his thing. He can legit swing first if they have no interceptors and do his thing. So, I don't recommend doing that, but I mean, he can. Which means you do not need Diamantes and you do not need Basel if you're running Glory Maelstrom and Transcore. And you do not need them for Last Card Revan. Because Last Card Revan attacks 3rd. So, this is what I would... I recommend this, or maybe, like, only even, like, 3 of this, and maybe 3 of the draw guy. Or even, like, another one of her, you know, like... It depends on what you're comfortable with in terms of the self-damagers. If you're going to want the self-damagers, the reason why you want self-damagers, and you probably do want to run 4 of him now I think about it, and 3 of her. The reason why is because, think about it, if you ride the break ride, like let's say you have to ride Last Card Revan, then you can self-damage, give yourself limit break, and just swing and he has crit. It's that easy. It's not hard. And then the other thing too is, if you run so many of these and you have to ride, not these, if you run a lot of self-damagers and you have to ride Glory Maelstrom as your first grade 3, and you have 2 counterblasts available, and let's say you're at like 3 damage, right? You're at 3 damage, you have 2 face up, maybe 3 face up, or maybe 1's face down, for whatever reason. But typically, if you're not running Basel and Diamantes, you're going to have a lot of counterblasts because nothing is using the counterblast except this guy or Revan. So that's the reason why there's space to run this card in here, because you're not running the Storm Riders. So the thing is, if you have 2 counterblasts available and you're at like 3 damage, you call this guy down, now you're at 4. You call her down, now you're at 5. Well, guess what? You just rode Glory Maelstrom. Well, now you can do his ultimate break. Now you automatically have the critical. So you can push damage. Easy. And if they're already at like 4 damage for whatever reason, then they basically die unless they have the PG and the grade 3. And it's like, if they lose that early, it's like, oh, they just lost their break ride target. Oh, and they lost a Sentinel on top of it. So, you know, it works. So I would recommend this. For those who are missing the Storm Riders or are wondering like how to build the deck if you don't have the Storm Riders, people are probably wondering, why is Glory Maelstrom the heal? The reason why he's the heal is because he is the most useless Vanguard in the early game. He does nothing for you until you're at 5 damage. So you do not want him in your opening hand. You immediately mulligan him away like he's the plague, and you just toss him away, and that's it. Last Card Revan is a very good first Vanguard if you have to ride him, because you run a lot of self-damagers. His limit break is relatively straightforward. It's easy to do. There's nothing to it. It's Counterblast 1, gain 3k in a crit. That's really, you know, easy skill. You know, it's not as complicated as Glory or regular Maelstrom. Relatively easy to play because you're running a lot of self-damagers, CB1. You guys get the idea. So that's why he's a draw trigger. This guy is a 1 because he is a 10k. That's terrible. But he does allow you to countercharge too. But you typically would never really want to ride into this. I mean, it's okay. I mean, you can then go into this later and you'll have counterblast available for him. But you can't run with this deck. You can't run Maelstrom. You can't run Hydro Hurricane because they require going to 4th battle, and we're not running the Storm Riders. So this is basically the optimal build for those who want to play Aquaforce without Storm Riders and Maelstrom. Ramiel Reverse is very bad, and I don't play Ramiel Reverse. I play only Zrakil because lock 2 rear guards isn't good. I don't know. I remember playing Ramiel Reverse back in OG Vanguard, and she was not bad at all. Like, you just gotta think about what the deck, what it does. You're basically retiring a rearguard from your opponent's field, essentially, because you're throwing it into their damage zone, so they're losing something that they needed. So it's basically giving Angel Feathers the ability to retire the opponent's rearguards for relatively cheap. And the other thing too is it's not that big of a deal to lock the Vanguard's booster, because typically if you're if you're cross break riding that turn, she's gonna be 23,000 anyway, and that hits over most defensive triggers. So I personally will plan to play Ramiel Reverse once it comes out. Like, I'm probably gonna run 4 Ramiel Reverse, 4 Zerakiel, and 1 Ermiel. I don't think I'm gonna run Ermiel anymore. Maybe I still will. It really depends. We'll see. I haven't really looked into how they've reworked the card, if they have at all. So who do I need? I don't need any golds right now, because I just crafted my final Gancelot. Oh, you want to see ripples? Okay, I'll go back. Hold on, let me see. I guess we're gonna work on this, because I need that Vowing Sword. You want to see my Celestial deck? Okay, so ripples. Did I delete them? Yeah, I deleted my ripple deck. Alright, I'll build it. I deleted it because I don't have 4 Genovias. I only have 3. I need to craft 1 more. But I'll make one right here. So if I was going to play ripples, obviously it's a ride chain, so you got to run the ripple starter. And you got to run 4 of the... Let me see, where is he at? 4 of him. 4 of Pascal, the new one. And then, I'm trying to think, like, I guess you would run... I guess you could run this. I'm not sure what the count is on that, though. Might actually benefit from this. Or maybe, no, the Penguin. The reason why the Penguin is kind of weird in that deck is because you don't want to Soul Blast your grade 2. So it's kind of weird running the Penguin in there. You could run this. But what you want to run in ripples, besides the grade 2, which I thought I had an SP, but apparently I don't, is Valeria and Algos. And I guess the last card would be like a 10k vanilla or something. This guy, Lazarus. So I guess this, and then grade 3 lineup, you would run the reason. So I'll tell you guys why we're running Valeria and Algos in here in a little bit, in a second. All right, let's find where's Genovius. So the reason why I'm not playing the deck, I would like to play the deck, but I only have 3 of him, and I don't like to play decks that don't have the full 4 for the Persona Blast. But basically, it's this, and then Revan, and the 13th one could be, I don't know, Glory Maelstrom as a finisher or something. What else do they got? They got this thing. What does this do? When this attacks, that's not needed. So I guess something like this, and it'd just be your standard 9 draw and 4 heal. And this time, last card Revan is the heal. The reason why he's the heal is because he's the one that he's only kind of there because he's a backup. In fact, if you wanted, you could run 4 Glory Maelstrom. Actually, I take that back. Let's drop him to 1 and put Glory at 4. That will make Glory the heal. I mean, you could do it either way. It's up to you guys. If you don't have Glory at 4 because you weren't playing the game too much in Season 2, then you can run it with last card Revan. as the heal instead. It really just depends. Like, if you want Glory, run Glory. If you want last card, because you're missing Glory or whatever, then run last card Revan. Either way, either one works. The main idea, though, is you want to use the Ride Chain's Persona Blast. At the end of the battle, Counterblast 2, Persona Blast, stand all your rear guards, so you get a 4th and a 5th attack. So yeah, it's pretty good. You could also run the Storm Riders, like you could run Basil and Diamantes in here as well. Like if you wanted to, you could do, instead of Glory, you could run Diamantes as the heal. There's lots of different options. I mean, they're all legitimate ways to play the deck. I'm just trying to give you guys different ideas of how to build a deck, though. Like, you could run Diamantes, you could also run Basil in the grade 2 lineup. So you could, like, drop these to 3 each, drop this all together, and run Basil in here at 3 copies. So you could do this. I mean, it's pretty good to do this, because when you think about it, you're pushing 2 damage, right? Like old school Aqua Force, pushing 2 damage with your Storm Riders. The only problem with this strategy is if you're going for this style of play, then you're going to want boosters in both columns, because you're standing all your rear guards. So if you stand like Basil and Valeria, let's say Basil and Algos, or Basil and Valeria are in the same column, or worse, some random grade 3 and Basil are in the same column, and if all you manage to do is stand like that column and your other column plus your Vanguard's booster, which doesn't really matter, then what happens is you end up with like a Transcore that has no booster, that has the swing, and if you don't have any trigger power on him, and most likely going to be at 16 or above, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's not really going to do a whole lot. That's why you have to sort of choose what you want to do, like what's the focus of the deck. So that's why I would probably do this. I probably wouldn't run that. I can kind of see Diamantes, but not really. Realistically, I'd probably run Glory Maelstrom in here as the heal, and that would be it. So this is what I would recommend if I was going to play tournament mode with Ripples. The reason why we run this is because you can rest it. This is usually going to go behind the Vanguard. You can rest it to give Valeria or Algos 2k power, so they can potentially hit, you know, like, what is that, 17 or no, 16 plus boost, because they're typically swinging, if they swing 4th off of the Persona Blast, they're going to be able to do 14 without a trigger for CB1. So that'll make her 14. If you give her 2k from the Otter, then she's 16 without a booster. Plus the booster, now, you know, you're hitting the right numbers in late game. With trigger power, it's even better. So that's why I would run this at 2. But you kind of need this just for like the 10k capability. But that's what I would do. So yeah, Ripples. I don't even know, like, do any of them use Genovius as their avatar? I don't think so. Ripples. Alright guys, I think that's it. I played a lot of matchups today. Let me see how many games I got in with Tachikaze, although I only will be able to see the wins. I think I did maybe like 7 or 8 games, maybe even 9. Oh, and see, as I said earlier, I completed these guys. So we're going to go ahead and put the Spino driver as the avatar, because he's cool. He's the enabler for Tachi. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. 20 wins. Oh, you want to see Celestials, that's right. You want to see Celestial play? I mean, I've done them before on previous streams quite a bit, but alright, I guess I'll do one more game. I'll play Celestials. Here, I'll show you the deck real quick. So this is basically what I'm running for Celestials. So we run Sunny Smile because she is a 5th heal trigger, and you want to heal a lot with Angel Feathers. So you have 5 heals. And she draws you a card. She evades Linchu. She evades Terry Cloth. Or Saishin for anyone who's still running Saishin for whatever reason. Yeah, she dodges Tejas, all of the above. Basically, nobody can retire this card. It's super good, and it draws you a card. So the fact that we're running 4 stand triggers in the deck isn't really a bad thing, because she draws you a card. I'm running Armoros at 2, although I probably should run maybe 3 of her. I've thought about running 3 of her. But yeah, I kind of want the Celestial 10k vanilla. Sariel is also kind of clutch in some scenarios. So, but that's basically the deck. We run 3 no-seal grade 1s, 4 Celestial Sentinels, 3 Arabaki, she's the 10k Celestial. We run 3 Hesidial, she's the 9k booster or attacker when Zeracul's in the damage zone. And then for the grade 2s, 3 no-seal, 2 Armoros, 4 Ragwell, 2 Sariel, and 2 Becca. And then for the grade 3s, 4 Ormeal heals because they enable you to get extra attacks. And this is the true problem card. This is basically like OG Overlord, Silent Tom, you know, all those annoying, pesky rearguard cards that can cause you a lot of trouble if you don't take them seriously. And then 1 Metatron because she's number 13 in here because you have an open spot and she's relatively good still. And then Zeracul, she's the main boss. And then Ramiel as the stand trigger, and she's the break ride. And that's basically it. Alright, we'll do a match here. But this will be the last one for the stream, and then I'm gonna have to call it. Alright, and it's Aqua Force. Man, we were just talking a lot about them just now. Twice, or what is it? Red Velvet? Twix or Red Velvet? What do you say? Alright, Ermiel, we don't need her early. In fact, I don't even really want Zeracul in here. There we go. That's Ramiel. That's better. The reason why you can afford to send all your 3s back is because you know that you have Sunny Smile going back into the deck to put a heal back in and draw you a card. So she could potentially draw you into your grade 3. Alright, first ride is going to be Hesidial. And there's my break ride target. So the Hesidial's first. I'm going to put this here. This guy has the ability to retire. I'm at 6. I'm going to go ahead and keep this card 1 turn because there's no way that he can retire it. At least this early in the match. So the reason why I'm doing this is because just in case he rides a 10k grade 2 or something, or calls one down, I'll be able to swing over it, but without having to use this. Although I'm probably going to have to ride this. Have I... Aleph? Have you tried real ride Aleph? Is Aleph the Kagero thing? What's Aleph? Oh, Break Ride Aleph? No, I haven't even bothered. No, why? Is it good? I mean, I guess it's good if they don't have a PG. But then again, anything's good if they don't have a PG. Oh, I lost my PG. Whatever will I do? Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. He put that 2 there. This is what I'm gonna do. We're going to ride Becca because she's tough. She's anti-rush. We're gonna call this down. Well, actually, first what I'm going to do, I'm going to call this down. We're going to put Zerakiel in there. And we're gonna give me that PG. We're about to give me that PG. Come here. Come here. PG, let's go. Alright, now we're going to put this here. Because we run stand triggers. We run stand triggers, don't forget. Draw, yes. There's another PG. That's what I'm talking about. Give me that PG. Now I'm going to send this back. Because if I check the stand, I would have swing 20 into his, you know, potentially 20. So, and there's my no seal. I might actually, I don't think I have more than one Aleph though. I'll have to look. It's like, give me that PG, give me that PG. Remember we were talking that yesterday, that Genesis matchup that was hilarious? Fortuna kept adding PGs to my hand. Oh, there's one of his PGs. Getting PGs from the damage zone is Angel Feather's specialty. That's why they're super good. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I need to ride up to grade 3. And I also need this thing to hit the Vanguard and draw me a card. So basically, here, put this here. Send that in. Give me the no seal. Yeah. Alright, now she's gonna go in there. Give me the booster to guarantee 4 damage to this guy. And now I can heal here. Okay, that's fine. Alright, he lost a PG, and we saw PG on his twin drive previously, so at most he could have no more than 2 in his hand. Goes Glory Maelstrom. Okay, he won't be able. Okay, now here's the thing. He's probably gonna do a self damage. So he has the choose a card at random from the opponent's hand. Other what? At random from their hand, other than a Sentinel, and discards it if they don't. Okay, so we're gonna lose our this. Oh wow, that's 3 Sentinels that he doesn't have. I really want to check a defensive trigger here. I'm gonna need one. Oh, I don't have a grade 3, so I can't block his Glory Maelstrom. There we go. That's what I wanted. The thing is, he can swing Glory here. He doesn't have to. He's gonna swing Glory. Yeah. So what's gonna happen here exactly? Oh yeah. Then I don't have a 3. So okay. So I'm gonna have to 6 damage heal. Wow. There's a lot of cheesy stuff. A lot of cheese. Can we heal? Oh man, wow. Well, we still have 5, so you have a pretty good chance. We whiffed one early though, but that gives you an idea of how to play Angel Feather. It's pretty. It's very similar to Pale Moon actually. I'll play another one. But what you saw there is kind of what we were talking about earlier with Aquaforce. Like, that's why I feel like Glory Maelstrom is the most optimal heal trigger target, I guess. Because you could easily do things like that.
Stand up! Vanguard! Start and draw!
Well, I guess I should have rode his Sidiel, actually. I should have rode his Sidiel, not Arabaki. But that's okay. Yeah, we're playing one more because that match went by really quick.
Vanguardにアタックドライブチェックダメージチェックスタート&ドローアイドルライド
Okay, I don't have what's her name yet, so we're gonna go ahead and boost now because I kind of want Ramiel in hand if possible. So we're gonna draw here, send that heal back. Okay, we get this, which can be used to swap for the 2. This is pretty standard play here, what he's going to do. So if I check a defensive trigger, he's going to put something in the back row. Oh, I didn't, so he's going to try to call something in the front. It has to be 9 or better. Okay, that works. That's 15. And then this thing, when they attack by a Liberator, it hits. So it has to be able to search Blaster Blade. Ultraman 0. Alright, so we're gonna have to ride Zerakiel. We're gonna use No Seal to pull that PG. Although I guess the Ermiel could be good right here. Ooh, that's even better. Alright, so we go Ramiel. Now, I guess I'll throw Metatron in there. Or actually, no, I need to put Zerakiel in there. Zerakiel's going in there. I kind of want that Ermiel because I can't really... Well, that won't really do anything for me, so I'm just going to go ahead and take this for now. Because I don't have the right setup. This is a 9k booster and attacker. So I guess I kind of need to put this here, actually. Yeah. Yeah, we'll do this. So basically, I run stands. So if I check a stand, I'll kill Marin. So another PG. So there's, well, I've seen 2 of my own PGs so far. So that's why I definitely want to take that one out of there. I don't want to heal that PG away. So I went and grabbed it now. Now he hasn't checked, he's checked 1. So that's 2 of his stands.
お願いコール頼んだよ
I'm not sure why he did that. He runs stand triggers, so what's he gonna do? Attack what's her name? He's gonna attack Metatron? Because I know he runs, yeah, I know he runs stand triggers, so it's kind of like, what is he doing making the formation like that? Now Gancelot.
ファーストチェックセカンドチェック
I only have 2. Yeah, I only got 2 draw triggers left. So we've already lost 3 of the draws and 1 stand. I've seen 2 of my PGs. Alright, so what I want to do is I'm going to have to grab Ermiel here off of the Break Ride skill. Because this would give me... No, I'm just going to do that. Because that won't gain much from just the Break Ride on Break Ride. Ooh. I don't really need the no seal right now. I kind of want this card in there. And then I want this. Okay. Alright, let's do this. Can I get a heal? Okay, I got a draw. That's not bad. Put this here. So we attack this. We're gonna grab, we're gonna take that grade 2 here and then draw off of this other hit. Yeah. Oh, I drew a heal. That's okay, because he's at 5. So I can use that next turn. Now he will use Blaster Blade though and blow up one of my grade 2s. So he will push me to 5 and I will lose both of my... Well, I'll lose one of my PGs. Unless just a stand. So he's gonna get Blaster Blade. He's gonna call Blaster Blade, retire Ragwell or Armoros with Blaster Blade's skill. So then he will then use Blaster Blade to run over the other one. Then he'll call something else here. And then, so he will then, you know, he'll be able to push. So the biggest thing that could happen here is he gets a double stand. And I can lose because of that. But I have three heals left. 1 stand, 1 draw. Ooh, he's only going with 1 interceptor. So he needs to have 2 PGs like me to survive here. Ah, see, okay. As long as he doesn't get 2 stands. Okay, but I'm losing both of my PGs, so basically I have to win next turn. I get 2 attacks to his Vanguard. Actually, I get potentially 3 attacks to his Vanguard because I have Ermiel.
ヴァンガードにアタック。そんな。
I can only heal like one time from this. And the thing is, I haven't seen any perfect guards from my opponent. Like, I don't think I've seen any on his twin drives. There's a good chance he probably has like 2 or more. Alright, there's the heal. Not at the right moment for that. Is there any 2 in here that we can grab? I only have 1, 2 available. It's kind of like I gotta go this and then put this here. That, then Ramiel goes, or Zerakiel to the Vanguard. No, I gotta send this back. I guess, I gotta send this back. So we'll do that. I have 1 stand left, so I don't think I'm gonna get it. Alright, give me Ramiel because she's better. There we go. Okay, I figured he had them. I don't have any 2s to defend myself. So, oh man, okay. I got 1 heal left. I got double heal that turn, but only able to heal once. Okay. So he did have just the 2 of them. I need to check a defensive trigger here to shut down Blaster Blade. Oh, okay, so I lost. I have only 1 heal left insta starter. The only way I can survive is I have to 6 damage heal with my Sunny Smile. And then he gets 2 for each though. Yeah, so oh well, that's 2 losses in a row. Alright, well, that's gonna be that. There's a lot of people playing tournament mode, that's why decks are like pretty diverse. Alright guys, well that's gonna be it for the stream. But it's pretty easy to climb with Celestials though. It's not as easy as like a brain dead deck, because it's more like Pale Moon. It's very combo heavy. It's kind of like Great Nature also in that regard. But it has a lot of perks. One is you can fish PGs out of the damage zone. You can heal like multiple times because you have a 5th heal trigger, basically in the form of the starter. That you can cycle back into the deck more than once, but realistically it just kind of gives you an extra heal. And that's pretty much it. Like, it's good power columns with Zerakiel. It's relatively straightforward once you learn the combos. But yeah, that's gonna be it from me for this stream, and I'll be back next time. We may do another Ancient Dragon stream before the launch of set 12, but realistically the next stream is most likely gonna be the release for set 12. So anyway guys, hope you enjoyed the stream, and the discussions were pretty fun, talking about the past and I guess the future for Vanguard 0, and I will see everybody next time. Thanks.